Question 26. Katarina is a botanist studying the production of pears by two types of pear trees. She's studying pears, two different types. She noticed that type A trees produced 20% more pears than type B trees did. Type A produced 20% more than type B did. The best way to solve this question is to take B as 100%. That's saying if type B is 100%, type A will be 120%. A is 120 because the question says type A trees produced 20% more pears than type B trees did. So if type A trees produce 20% more and we take type B to be 100%, we'll have to add 20, which is the increase, to B to get the percentage value for A, which is now 120%. If the question were to say type A trees produced 20% less pears than type B trees did, we would have subtracted 20 from 100 and we'll be having 80% here. But since it's 20% more, you add 20% to the value of B, which in this case is 100%, you get 120%. Back to the question. It says, based on Katarina's observation, if the type A trees produced 144 pears, how many pears did type B trees produce? Back to this part. If type A trees produced 144 pears, under A we write 144, which represents 144 pears. The final part of the question says how many pears did type B trees produced as compared to the 144 pears type A trees produced. Let's say the number of pears that type B trees produce is X. So we'll take this as X. And we're looking for X. So we can equate the percentage value for A to the number of pears A produced and the percentage value of B to the assumed number of pears type B trees produced. For A, we have 120% is equivalent to 144 pears. For B, 100% is equivalent to X. We equate the percentage value to the actual number of pears for both A and B. At this point, you can cross multiply to find the value for X. So you can say X times 120 on one side. So you have 120 times X equals 100 times 144. 100 times 144. 120 times X is 120X equals, this is just algebra. It's like 2 times X is 2X. Then 100 times 144 will give you 14,400. We're looking for X, so we divide both sides by the coefficient of X, which is 120. 120 cancels 120. X equals 14,400 divided by 120 will give you 120. So if type A trees produce 144 pears and it produces 20% more in percentage, type B trees will produce 120 pears. The answer is therefore B, 120, which represents 120 pears.